Solving a crime is much like putting a puzzle together. And the pieces of this crime scene here are getting easier to put together in Hillsborough County because the Sheriff's Office has unveiled this new firearms lab today. This will significantly cut the time that it takes to determine which guns were used in which shootings.
And Fox 13's Evan Axelbank explains why our county is now in select company.
Evidence from some of Hillsborough County's most heinous crimes winds up here, under a microscope, at a lab run by HCSO investigators.
When you finally make an identification that you might have spent weeks on, it's very rewarding.
Technicians can take guns recovered from crime scenes or from criminals and fire them into tubs of water. Because each gun is different, akin to a fingerprint, they can compare markings on cases against what is already in national databases. The technique isn't new, but the fact that there's a lab in Hillsborough is. They no longer have to send recovered guns to FDLE's labs, where it can take an average of 169 days to be processed.
You could imagine the challenge that poses as you're hot to trot on a case and you almost run into a wall. While we're in that delay, that investigative delay, this perpetrator, this violent offender could be out victimizing more individuals in our community.
Aside from FDLE, HCSO now has one of 4 firearms labs across the state. The sheriff says it can shorten this part of an investigation from at least 6 months to under a week. Since the office was officially opened in January, they say they've successfully matched guns to cases involving aggravated battery, theft, and even homicide.
To those violent offenders who are out there watching and believe that they're not going to get caught, we just got another tool, another resource in our tool belt, and we're coming for you.
The National Ballistics Information Network has data from 4.5 million pieces of evidence collected from shooting scenes, each of which can now be potentially matched to evidence straight from a small room in Hillsborough County.
The evidence speaks for itself. It can exonerate and it can prosecute, and we're just here to help explain to a jury or to help a detective understand what the evidence is telling us.
A single shot can reveal an entire story. Evan Axelbank, Fox 13 News.